This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, here we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
What's up, my wonderful peeps? Sports to the bone here again, man. Shout out to all the viewers, subscribers, and the followers. Boy, viewers and subscribers, what a way West Indies carry us down back to earth, man. I mean, after that first T20 performance, everybody were actually thinking that, yeah, man, we're going to dominate the second game and take the series. But boy, that didn't happen any at all last night. As you know, we actually put in a very dismal performance to lose the second game. No, it was shambles from the get-go because, you know, we actually bowled first, and Sri Lanka, they got off to an excellent start. You know, they would have switched up their batting lineup a little bit, and Nissanka and Gunathilaka, they opened the innings, and boy, it was carnage on the bowlers, I tell you, carnage. I think they got all the way up to 90 something before losing the first wicket. I think it was about 95 for 1. And boy, I'm telling you, viewers and subscribers, it wasn't anything good to behold. Sinclair and Fidel Edwards, they actually opened the bowling for us in the first game, and they went pretty well, but last night it wasn't to be at all. Boy, watching the game, I couldn't see where we were going to get the first wicket. And just as how I saw it, you know, the bowlers, they weren't able to break the partnership. It actually took a brilliant piece of fielding from, I think it was Dwayne Bravo, to run out one of the batsmen to actually get the innings up and running for us. Now, Matthews and Chandimal, they actually got dismissed pretty cheaply. But Gunathilaka, he kept on going, and he managed to slaughter the bowlers. He actually brought up his half century. So we were there toiling. Everything that we actually tried in the first part of the game was repelled by the batsmen. You know, especially Nissanka and Gunathilaka that opened the innings. So we didn't have any success at all until the elder statesman Dwayne Bravo actually got the breakthrough for us. And it was Bravo that came back with the ball and was able to dismiss a couple of the batsmen because the other bowlers were looking a bit clueless last night, to be honest with you guys. But it is what it is, you know. You win some and you lose some. But the way in which we were ripped apart last night, it wasn't nice at all. It wasn't a good feeling. And I mean, look, after yesterday, we had that wonderful live building up towards the game yesterday evening, thinking that, you know, we were going to be able to wrap up the series and thing, but it just didn't happen at all, viewers and subscribers. And it just goes to show that, you know, with West Indies cricket, sometimes we might dominate the first game, and when it comes to the second game and you think we're going to wrap it up easy, then it's nothing of the sort. But, you know, it is what it is, viewers and subscribers. You just have to work with it. Now, viewers and subscribers, the removal of Chandimal and Matthews meant that we were actually trying to get back into the game. But by this time, it was a bit too late because they would have already laid a platform. Gunathilaka, as you can imagine, he was there stroking the ball real nicely and thing. And I think after 15.3 overs, they were at 119 for 4. And, you know, they were able to start to push it along. Hasaranga, he came in and he played a good innings to start to help push the Sri Lankans forward. You know, they eventually ended up at 160 for 6, I think it was, off their 20 overs. You know, so that wasn't too bad of a score, seeing that, you know, they got off to 95 before losing the first wicket. So we sort of pegged them back a little bit in the middle overs, but, you know, boy, things just didn't go according to plan as regards to the batting for us, because the bowlers, they really stifled us, viewers and subscribers. But having been able to peg them back to just 160, you know, I think that we went in feeling happy, you know, seeing that they would have gotten off to such a tremendous start. But at the end of the day, things just didn't work out, as I said, guys. Now, going into bat, boy, we had the worst possible start. I think we got off to about 9 runs before we lost our first wicket. Lewis, he went, I think he went for about 6 or something like that. But actually what happened is that Evan Lewis and Simmons, they were there trying to go for the big shots, trying to play the ball over the boundary, and based on how the bowlers were bowling, they were unable to go for the big shots, so they sort of got tied down at the crease, bogged down, and they sort of tried to force the issue, trying to hit balls that weren't there to hit, and eventually got out. But viewers and subscribers, that is why we say it is always very important for us to try and see if we can rotate the strike. It's T20 cricket, yes, but doesn't necessarily mean that every ball are going to be able to pour it over the boundary. You understand? The side that is able to rotate the strike in all formats of cricket usually end up doing pretty well. I mean, you are going to try and play a couple of big shots, but when the shot is not there to be played, then you try and stroke the ball. Because if a man bowl a ball and you try to slap the ball hard on the ground, it's going to reach down to the boundary faster, and the fielder will pick it up and throw it in, and you probably get a 1 run when you could get 2 runs or so. So that is how things got off for us. Simmons and Lewis, they didn't manage to pick the bowlers at all. Boy, viewers and subscribers, based on how I saw it, seems as if everybody came down last night to try and hit the skin off the ball. Everybody come trying to go at the ball, it would appear as if the man them never really remember how to play normal cricket shots. We're talking about just stroking the ball along the ground, pick up a 1 here, pick up a 2 there. And when the bad ball comes, you put them away. Albeit the Sri Lankans, they sort of tightened up their bowling. They weren't flighting the ball too much like in the last game. They bowled a couple of sliders. They bowled wicket to wicket. So when we missed, they would hit the pad and thing like that. They sort of bowl a bit flat. But at the end of the day, if they are bowling flat, all they need to do is hang back or push out and play the ball, and don't just try and pelt the ball. So, a couple of things that we need to try and see. We need to see if we can try and get sorted out and thing. But as it relates to the batsmen now, as I said, Lewis, he went. Chris Gayle, we were expecting big things from the man himself. He came, played a couple of lusty blows, but he eventually went for around about 16, I think it was. So, and he actually went pretty easily. They actually made a change in the bowling, and the first ball that bowler came on and bowled, he just whacked it and got caught. So yeah, man, Gayle went and the wickets just came after Lewis and Gayle, when the wickets just came tumbling down. And I mean, we went from there, we went on to lose wickets. Let me just go through it quickly and let you hear, viewers and subscribers. So we went from 45 for 2, 48 for 3, 60 for 4, 65 for 5, and it went just like that. I mean, when Pollard came in, he played a couple of balls, Holder played a couple of balls, try and soak it up, but eventually they all went by the same route, trying to hit sixes when the ball wasn't there to hit. So that was actually our downfall last night again, not playing regular cricket shots. I mean, when it is there to hit, I want him to hit it because that's entertaining, but you just can't force it easy sometimes. And then because of the fact that we didn't play regular cricket shots in the earlier part of the innings, it so happened that in the last part we had to go at everything because the run rate was climbing, and the mere fact that we had to go at everything meant that we were risking more. So that is how it all went down last night, my viewers and subscribers. Boy, my viewers and subscribers, the chase was just dismal, very dismal. We're talking about from top order, middle order, go right through everybody. The man them just never turn up last night at all. And I don't know if I should just behave as if the man them just didn't perform well, because the Sri Lankans, they actually bowled pretty well. They were able to pin us down and things. So I won't pretend as if, we didn't get some good bowling. The guys actually bowled okay. McCoy, he tried something in the latter part of the innings, but it was a little bit too late. I think he got something like 23 of 7 deliveries, but as you can imagine, the amount of runs that we would have had to get by that was just a bit too much for him. And, we eventually got bowled out for 117, not even managing to bat out our full 20 overs. I think we only managed to bat out like about 18 point something overs. And in 2020 cricket, no matter what is going on, you always want to bat out your full quota of overs. and we weren't able to do that. So at the end of the day, viewers and subscribers, I think the batting failed us very much. In the earlier part of the game, we weren't able to pick up any wickets, but we pegged them back in the middle part to the latter part of the innings, and 160 was gettable. It was par based on my opinion, because I was looking at 171, 180 there, to chase if they were batting first, somewhere thereabout, and pegging them back for 160 was good, in my opinion. But the guys, the batting just wasn't up to par. So we're just gonna have to try and come in the third T20 game to see if we can wrap up the series. It is what it is. Last night would have showed us that, boy, where spin bowling is concerned, it is still our kryptonite. We are still unable to play it to an extent that we would want. So bowlers, teams are always going to come and see if they can peg us down with spin. And from the first game, don't think they didn't take notice. They would have realized that Lewis and Simmons, they are ball beaters. And the mere fact that they were able to bog them down in the first couple of overs just goes to show that, they came with a plan. They knew that, boy, if they weren't able to feel the ball coming onto the bat, they were going to go out there and attack. And they actually got dismissed in some very, don't even want to say cheap way, but they got dismissed in some very low way. They didn't have to lose their wickets like that, a couple of them. As I said, Hasaranga and the other guy there, they bowl pretty okay, they bowl wicket to wicket. So when we miss, they could actually either get us out LBW or so forth. But we were the architect of our own downfall last night, not trying to play some shots from earlier out, so the required run rate just kept going up. But viewers and subscribers, it is cricket. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some. At the end of the day, we still have our next game to try and see if we can wrap up the series. So we're just gonna have to hope that the guys can go out there and do it for us, because, boy, for us to win that first game so good and then come and lose this one so easily, then it really look good. We just have to keep our fingers crossed that they will be able to rebound in the third game. And having somebody like a Pollard as a captain, I am thinking that there is going to be stern talking to. So I'm expecting that the guys are going to pull together and come back and go out and win the third game. Might be wishful thinking, seeing that the guys are spinning us all over the place. But I am thinking that we might be able to pull off this one, viewers and subscribers, because the batting lineup is pretty good on paper. These are all guys that are able to hit the cricket ball. So we just have to hope that, in the final game, in the third game, they will come and see if and show us what they are capable of. But viewers and subscribers, that's how it went down last night. We lost, lost easily also. So let me know what you think in the comment section as regards to where we went wrong in this game. Sports to the bone, keeping you informed. Please remember to like, share, leave us a comment. If you have not yet subscribed, remember to subscribe to the channel. I'm out. Big up on yourself.